CBS 8 is always working for you, but we're not the only ones working for our community. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jenny Day, and thank you to San Diego Community Power, the sponsor of this special. Now, to make our community as strong and resilient as possible, it requires the help of everyone, from our neighbors and community leaders to our incredible nonprofit organizations and strong business sector. So we want to start by featuring the good work happening south of the border. Millions of people there do not have access to the same levels of resources available in the United States, really contributing to a food insecurity crisis in Tijuana. CBS 8's Alex Kleinman went to Tijuana to learn how one nonprofit is working for our cross-border community to bridge this gap in resources.
Every day, more than 3,000 meals are sent across Tijuana to shelters like this one. For the hundreds of families who call these shelters home, Tijuana Sin Hambre is making sure that they don't have to worry about their next meal.
La pobreza que se vivió en ese momento fue muy extrema y yo soy un ejemplo vivo de esa pobreza.
A few years ago, Veronica Alvarado faced tragedy. Her family was living in extreme poverty, and her father died because of inaccess to basic necessities like food and medicine.
Entonces ahora yo quiero que nadie sufra por comida, porque es muy triste perder a alguien por alimento.
Days after her father's death, she learned of Tijuana Sin Hambre and met its founder, Maruenrique.
Y un plato de comida caliente no solo es un plato de comida, es un plato de esperanza.
Maru supported Veronica through this difficult time. Now Veronica is giving back by running the nonprofit's kitchen.
Esa es mi pasión. Lo que yo hago aquí es mi pasión.
Veronica helps Tijuana Sin Hambre make over 1 million meals a year.
There's no better example how effective this kitchen is than Chef Vero, or la chef de los migrantes.
Yolanda Waltermaid, co-founder of This Is About Humanity, funds this kitchen because she recognizes the lack of resources that are available in Tijuana.
The budget for San Diego County is $8 billion, and for Tijuana, it's under $500 million.
A 2020 report by the Mexican government says that nearly 40,000 people live in extreme poverty in Tijuana. Half of them also face extreme food insecurity. Many are migrants who spend months waiting for asylum.
Llegan con toda su vida en una mochila, con los pies destrozados de tanto caminar.
The nonprofit is also supported by volunteers like Javier Plasencia, a Michelin-starred chef known as the Soul of Baja.
And I know what it is to be hungry and to go through a day or several days without having anything in your stomach. It's good to give back.
Javier says Tijuana's food insecurity problem isn't going away anytime soon, and that's why people like Veronica are so valuable.
When I see her smile, that makes my day.
Veronica says the most rewarding thing to her is when she visits the shelters to meet the people she feeds, because she was once in their shoes.
Y qué bonita labor, y todo eso me llena el alma.
Alex Kleinman, CBS 8.
Good stuff, Alex. Thank you. Well, now to a nonprofit that started here in San Diego, helping people now on the other side of the world. It has grown tremendously since its start in 1987. And so far, Village Enterprise has supported 87,000 businesses and counting. I spoke with their CEO to learn how they are leading the mission to end poverty in rural Africa.
In a short period of time, in just 1 year, we can have this very transformative impact on families. Entrepreneurship is an excellent way for people to help themselves out of poverty.
The nonprofit Village Enterprise started out of a home right here in San Diego. It's now a multi-million-dollar organization that's lifted 2 million people out of extreme poverty in rural Africa by providing business and financial literacy training, mentoring, and resources to 300,000 first-time entrepreneurs. There were 13 staff members by the end of 2010. Today, there are more than 500.
There are over 400 million people in Africa still living on less than $2.15 a day. In 1 year, you can take a family that, isn't even able to eat more than a meal a day to a family that's eating 2 to 3 meals a day. By the end of the program, children are in school People are feeling hopeful for the future.
Village Enterprise now operates in 10 African countries. They target areas with extreme poverty and ask people with a desire and a dream to commit to a year-long program.
What we found is that 5 years later, incomes have doubled and savings have increased by over 900%.
The market assessment Village Enterprise does aims to make sure their idea will be successful.
So like if you're going to start poultry rearing, it's a good place. It's good if there are places you can sell those chickens.
Sure.
One of their many success stories is a woman named Salome. After war broke out, she fled South Sudan with her 6 kids and is now running a successful retail and farming business.
She's been able to purchase 2 acres of land, so she now owns land in Uganda. And not only is she providing for all of her children, she's also providing for 5 other children who have lost their parents in the war.
Village Enterprise is making such an impact and handling its donor dollars so well, it was the only nonprofit out of 225,000 others just examined by Charity Navigator to receive a perfect score.
I still can't believe in a way, to be honest. It's still like, wow, it does feel incredible still.
Congrats, well deserved. Their mission is to end extreme poverty for 20 million people in just the next 6 years. Working for our community, Jenny Day, CBS 8. Yeah, hope you leave this show feeling inspired. So now we want to tell you about the Clarity Foundation, which started in North County and now helps save lives across the nation. Clarity held their annual gala during Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month in September. I talked with this year's honoree, a biotech champion and cancer survivor who has dedicated her career to helping others.
It can turn lives upside down. A lot of times ovarian cancer is called the silent killer, and so it can be a daunting diagnosis.
Ovarian cancer is hard to detect and hard to treat, but Clarity, a nonprofit based in North County, helps women and caregivers at no cost all across the country by providing scientific and psychosocial support.
When you can have an advocate, when you can have an organization in your corner who can help you understand the latest research, the latest science, tests that might be helpful in understanding how your tumor is growing and what's going on.
Dr. Laura Shaver started the organization 16 years ago after her own diagnosis, when at the time there was a 33% 5-year survival rate. Today, it's now half.
She is a molecular biologist, a scientist by training. She's a biotech entrepreneur. And so she really combined those skills to found Clarity to help women and families really live in the future of what's possible with precision medicine.
They aren't here to replace your doctor, rather arm you with information on the latest research, from clinical trials and diagnostic tests to even understanding the biology of your tumor and how genetics play a role.
All of that encouragement, empowerment is really designed to help people get the best treatment they can within the healthcare system.
Symptoms of ovarian cancer are vague and can be overlooked or dismissed. This includes bloating, abdominal pain, and changes in your urinary or bowel patterns. To help raise this awareness, their big Teal Women's Celebration fundraising gala is in Encinitas. This year, they are rightfully honoring Robin Toft, a fellow biotech champion, cancer survivor, and board member who's dedicated her life and career to advocating for women and advancing the future of precision medicine. She says Clarity should be a model for all cancer care.
This strikes women at the prime of their life, often when they have young children, and often at stage 3 or stage 4. There are very few treatments available because it's such a small patient population.
But as progress is made, providing more and more hope, she says also be an advocate for yourself.
There's a huge connection between the immune system and cancer. We're like the best finely tuned machine when we're running healthy and clean and giving ourselves clean fuel. So, we all have to be hypervigilant.
Working for our community, Jenny Day, CBS 8. And up next, more incredible nonprofits will tell you about the Art Center and how their free art classes are giving students in the South Bay a reason to survive. Well, there's a nonprofit in National City called ARTS. It stands for A Reason to Survive. I saw firsthand how they are using paint, pencils, wood, and metal to make life better for students in the South Bay.
You can use your imagination. It makes it come alive. I used a flower for the hair.
Hold it out. I want to show the world.
Proud and creative kids at ARTS, A Reason to Survive, a nonprofit in National City.
We really give them the freedom to explore and experiment and play and have fun. And I do think that students really start to get confident.
Teaching artist Sheena Dowling loves their mission and wanted to work with youth who may not otherwise have access to art.
Look at what you can do with something that you've drawn on a piece of paper.
These garden signs are one of their most recent examples of both art and creative youth development.
They drew it, but elevating their work to that level.
The art space is incredible, from paint, welding, woodwork, music, and games. They use their artistic expression to create masterpieces and so much more.
We give kids the opportunity to heal through their art making. The ultimate goal is to be able to inspire these youth, to be courageous, compassionate, confident in themselves.
The completely free after-school classes range from painting and sculptures to digital media. It's the old National City Public Library that was transformed 12 years ago, right there in front of Balboa Park. This year, they'll serve more than 2,000 kids, ages 8 to 18 in the South Bay.
Whether it's doodling, whether it's writing poetry, whether it's doing little skits for their family, that's the thing that I want youth to take away. That being creative contributes to your overall sense of well-being.
There are programs like Arts at Work or Arts on Campus, where they work with engineering and welding students, are funded through partnerships and collaborations with our local South Bay schools. There's also community arts and Arts for Justice, where kids can get community service hours in a safe and positive space.
Sometimes they're like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like this, but then boom, there's that one thing that really clicks for them, and it's like, wow, you just opened a million different doors for them.
Working for our community.
You're the news lady? I am the news lady.
At ARTS in National City, Jenny Day, CBS 8. And Balboa Park spans 1,200 acres and is visited by millions of people from around the world every year. From museums, classes, and outdoor space, there are many who help make it what it is today. And 3 of those organizations were honored with a Spark Award. I spoke with the 3 honorees to share how they are also working for our community. High fives, fist bumps, and a whole lot of curious smiles.
We pick up trash and we litter kindness.
It's kids who often seem to be the most intrigued.
Football fields away, they
exactly.
still look back and we're still waving,
As lovers of the Japanese culture, the nonprofit Cleanup Kitsune started in the Friendship Garden at Balboa Park. They now pick up trash and their signature masks at events and farmers markets all over San Diego.
We go around in costume to kind of break the mundane, catch people off guard.
They wanted to raise awareness about waste in a fun and entertaining way. They hope their efforts inspire others to be more mindful of their own trash.
We all have a responsibility to each other, to our shared spaces, to keep it clean for the next person.
Cleanup Kitsune is this year's winner of the Forever Balboa Park Spark Awards under the Enhancing Ecosystems category.
Grateful, I don't know.
We're elated.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 others were recognized as well. The Spark Award for Igniting Innovation goes to the San Diego Automotive Museum for their Ignite Academy.
Works with diverse students, underserved students, and really gives them tangible ways of being able to be prepared when they enter the workforce.
And finally, the Spark Award for the Crossing Boundaries category is for the Border Wall Preservation Project. It recognizes those who are helping preserve the rich cultural history between the U.S. and Mexico.
Friends of Friendship Park and Museum of Us came together and they intervened and were able to save portions of the border wall that had this historic and cultural art on it. And right now they're working on a plan to figure out the best way to redistribute it and exhibit it in the community so that it isn't just lost to construction.
In addition to their award, the San Diego Foundation gave each organization $5,000 as a thank you for helping make Balboa Park such a clean, inspiring, and diverse destination.
Forever Balboa Park's mission is to advance and improve Balboa Park so that people and nature thrive together.
Working for our community, Jenny Day, CBS 8. Love it. Thank you so much. Well, hey, the San Diego LGBT Center is up next. We'll tell you how they're honoring those who served our country while not being able to serve openly as themselves. See the Veterans Wall of Honor next. Welcome back to the CBS 8 special. As people continue to live longer, the need for assisted living is inevitable, but no doubt about it, having quality care can be expensive. That's where the nonprofit SHORE steps in. SHORE stands for Senior Housing Relief for Elders. I had the opportunity to meet a World War II veteran who is benefiting from their good work.
9/11/1925. I'm going to be 99 on September 11th.
Melvin Schlam is a father of 3, married to his wife Renee for 76 years.
We had a wonderful life.
Yeah. He owned a factory in Puerto Rico and is a decorated World War II veteran.
I was a forward observer with the artillery.
He is the last remaining San Diegan to land on the beaches of Normandy, which is amazing.
He's now living out his days at Torrey Pines, Bayshire.
It's very lovely. They treat me nicely. The food is very good.
We try to help replicate that as much as possible so they feel very warm and welcome here.
But it's not cheap. Renee's need for 24-hour care depleted their savings, including a reverse mortgage. And he says getting VA aid has been slow.
I could use the help because what's happening, I've applied for a retirement pension. And 3 years ago, and all I keep getting back from them is papers to refill, new papers.
That's where SHORE steps in to improve access to quality housing.
Some people may have planned well, but they still have to sell things first.
The nonprofit Senior Housing Relief for Elders has already helped cover $4,000 for Mr. Schlam.
There's a group of this private pay family, you know, they don't have a ton of money in the bank, but they might not be low income where there's federal and state programs. So how do we help that population?
Just since their start in 2022, SHORE has helped 50 families across the nation by giving out $60,000 in grant money. Funding initially came only from the founder and CEO, Sue Farrow from Carlsbad, but now SHORE has grown significantly and relies on generous donors.
They felt very minimal application. We don't like to create barriers to helping people, and so we were really trying to process these pretty quickly and work directly with the community to get them moved in.
The move for Melvin has provided a safer and more social environment that could very likely extend his life well into 100.
We're closer to where their son lives. He's able to visit all the time.
Working for our community, Jenny Day, CBS 8. Yes, so sincerely glad that he is doing well. All right, well, they are also working for our community and our country, bringing recognition to San Diego's LGBTQ plus veterans, many who were not allowed to serve openly. Every year since 2012, the LGBT Center Veterans Wall of Honor commemorates those who were not allowed to serve as themselves because of discriminatory policies. The hope is that recognizing their courage, bravery, and sacrifice will inspire future generations. Clay Kilpatrick, chair of San Diego Pride Military Programs, says the Pride Parade is a great example of how society has changed since he served in the Marine Corps.
To see our service members being able to wear their uniforms, to march proudly in the band, really be themselves and have their spouses and their kids there, it just means so much to see that.
Yeah, this year's ceremony takes place in November at the LGBT Community Center in Hillcrest. Well, right now, one nonprofit is supporting thousands of current and former foster youth across San Diego. We'll share how Promises to Kids is helping youth become self-sufficient adults next. Well, Promises to Kids is also working for our community by helping create brighter futures for foster kids. The nonprofit supports more than 3,000 current and former foster youth across San Diego County. During the school year, they recruit mentors for their Guardian Scholars program. Thanks to mentor support and academic scholarships, this program helps foster youth enroll in higher education and prepares them to become self-sufficient adults.
35% success rate, so we're constantly checking in with them to ensure that they're meeting their goals, that they're getting supported services throughout the year, and we just continue to serve them and ensure that they not only finish their career, but that are connected to an employer afterwards, that they're connected to an internship based on their career. So we're there to help them out throughout the whole journey.
Yeah, really refreshing. So for more information on how to get involved or make a donation, go to their website, promisestokids.org. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to San Diego Community Power, the sponsor of this special. Truly so nice to shed light on all of the good. Hope these stories have inspired you. I'm Jenny Day for CBS 8. Keep up the great work. We'll see you again soon, and until then, take such good care.